Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about why Air India names all of their aircraft. So if you look closely at the nose of the airplane, you will notice that every aircraft has a specific name. So let's understand the origin of this tradition and also go through the entire fleet of Air India to look at the thought process behind the names. So the concept of naming an aircraft is borrowed from the naval community where ships were given names for good fortune and the well-being of the crew members. This concept was thereafter adopted by the aviation community, and you can see a lot of major airlines today name all of their aircraft. Naming them gives the plane a soul, character and personality, which I absolutely love. Now let's go back in time and look at the first aircraft Air India ever named in their fleet, which is the Lockheed Constellation. Here's the Malabar Princess. The Lockheed Constellation formed an integral part of the international operations of Air India, and these aircrafts were dedicated to the princesses of various regions of India. These names gave the plane an identity and helped represent Indian cultures when these planes would fly overseas to various countries across the world. Back then, there was no social media or the internet, so an aircraft having a name was a very interesting concept, helping people remember the plane they flew on. A few years later, Air India replaced their Lockheed Constellations with larger, more powerful Lockheed Super Constellations, and these aircrafts were dedicated to the Ranis of India. These constellations flew the route of the magic carpet to places like Nairobi, Cairo, Rome, Geneva, Paris, London, and to the east there was Singapore, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and more. Goes without saying, these airplanes formed the backbone of Air India during this era. A few years later, Air India was preparing to enter the jet age of aircraft by ordering the Boeing 707. And as for the tradition of naming the airplanes, Air India decided to give each aircraft type a specific theme, and for the 707s they decided to name them after famous mountains from across the world. The very first Air India 707 was called Annapurna, but due to a small fire on board, the aircraft name was changed to Gauri Shankar to cast off any bad omens. The next aircraft, Delta Juliet India, which was supposed to be called Gauri Shankar, was thereafter named Nanda Devi. The name Annapurna would go on to be used later in the fleet. Apart from the 707-400s, Air India also had 5 707-300s in their fleet, making a total fleet size of 11 Boeing 707s. On June 11, 1962, Air India became the world's first all-jet airline with the retirement of their last Lockheed Super Constellation. And here's Annapurna, the very first aircraft that was supposed to be in the Air India fleet. The morning of 18th April 1971 marked the proudest moment in Air India history, as on this day the iconic Boeing 747 was delivered to the airline. The tradition of naming the aircraft was once again continued, and this time the aircraft were named after famous emperors and kings of India. The very first aircraft with its brand new Your Palace in the Sky livery was called Emperor Ashoka. In the year 1989, a new corporate identity was created with this livery. This livery was not taken too well by the employees of Air India, which is why Air India had to revert back to the Your Palace in the Sky livery due to low employee morale. This is the reason why a lot of Air India 747s that initially had the polished underbelly now had an all-white fuselage after they changed back to the Your Palace in the Sky livery. Two more changes were made in the year 1979, one of them being scrapping the word Emperor for all of their aircraft, and the second change being that Air India had to put titles in English and in Hindi on the left side of the fuselage, as opposed to them being only in English initially. Notice how the left side of the aircraft now has titles in both English and Hindi. An ex-Singapore Airlines 747 was inducted in the Air India fleet to replace the tragic loss of Kanishka, and this aircraft was slated to be called Shivaji, which was later changed to Himalayas, as this aircraft was pre-owned and all other aircrafts that were named after emperors and kings were brand new. Hence, this aircraft became the odd one out that did not stick to the 747 naming theme. In October 1988, a brand new 747 variant was inducted, the 747-300, and this aircraft was finally named Shivaji. The second and the last 747-300 was called Narasimha Varman, after which the tradition of naming 747s after emperors and kings was discontinued. Now with the 747-300s, I will be concluding part 1 of this video. In part 2, I'll be talking about the A300s, the A310s, the 747-400s, and of course the 777s. I'll also be covering the aircrafts of the Air India fleet that do not have names given to them. Could you guess which ones I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.